All right, so today we're talking Dragonlance Legends. Okay, this is the omnibus edition. So Legends, I've been rereading the Dragonlance books, and I've read some of them a number of times, and some of them I've never read at all, because there's 200 plus of these things. So I cannot lay claim to having read all of them, but I've read some of them a number of times. So Dragonlance Legends was the second trilogy to come out. This is the original covers. These are probably not my original copies because they get loaned out and never brought back. But I do have the original cover art copies of them still. Um, there is an omnibus edition available. This one right here. These books are actually probably better than the first trilogy, in my opinion. Please don't take that wrong. Margaret Lies and Tracy Hickman. I love both trilogies. They're great, but I think this one's probably a little better. So this one's basically focused on Caramon and Raistlin. And it takes place just after the War of the Lance and just before the Cataclysm because it involves time travel. They go back in time and come forward. Big thing. And I will say that this is Raceland trying to get the climb to the pinnacle of power that he wants. He wants to become a god. He wants to challenge the god of dark, the goddess of darkness. He wants to challenge Takhisis and take her place. And to do that, he has to travel through time to get things set up properly. And what could go wrong when you send a magician back in time, a highly powerful magic user? You know, okay, maybe I get it. But what happens when his little Kinder friend follows him back? Wacky stuff on occasion. So you have Caramon, Raceland, you have Tasselhoff are really the three sort of major players in this trilogy. And I think again we realize that Tasselhoff is indeed the brains of the outfit, and Raceland his thirst for power knows sort of no end. He's hungry for more power. That's all there is to it. He wants unlimited power. He's sort of like Gru from Gru in the Minions movies. Despicable Me. He wants unlimited power. He doesn't really want just he's willing to take shortcuts. Caramon wants to stop him from destroying the world. And they're very well put together books. There are, of course, dragons involved. There's, battles in the abyss involved. Tasselhoff and his weird things with gnomes. There's even Bupu makes an appearance back. So, honestly, this trilogy is probably the best one that I have actually read in the entire Dragonlance universe. Now, as far as order to read them, and that's really kind of what I'm trying to talk to people about is what order you want to read them. There's so many books to choose from, and there's a weird timeline where some books are set before others. These are the first six were sort of War of the Lance, and then just after that. And there's some that come way before that with preludes and whatever. But honestly, I think if you're going to start reading Dragonlance, Chronicles and then Legends is the way to do it. So there are paperbacks out there. You can, I think they're still in print. If not, there's lots of copies of the original six out there someplace. There are two omnibus editions that are available that have all six books in two hardcovers. That's the Legends hardcover. And no, Wizards did not send me a free copy. I paid for it. And no, they never sent me free copies of these. I bought them. But if you're going to read fantasy novels and you want to read Dragonlance, these six books are a must. If you're a fantasy book fan and you don't really care for Dragonlance, you don't know about Dragonlance, these six books are some of the best fantasy books I've come across in my life. They're kind of from the mid 80s. Uh, the third of the twins brothers, the third of Legends books is probably pushing late 80s to 80, no, 86. So, everything was 86 and before. Fantastic, fantastically well written. Margaret Weis and Tracy Hickman, you should be very proud of these six books. I would be. If you're going to start reading this trilogy, that's where you do it. Those six, not to be missed. If you're a fantasy book fan, these six absolutely not to be missed. You've got magic, you've got time travel, you've got wizards challenging gods, you've got weird Kender traveling through time. Now you can alter time. You've got battles with armies clashing. It's amazing stuff. Take the time to read these six books. You will not be disappointed. And someday we somehow have to get Joe Manganiello a series because he wants. I don't know if he still wants to do it, but he has at one point in time wanted to do a series that was a Dragonlance series, and I hope he gets the chance because he's a huge fan, and I think it would do great for the. I think he would do the series justice. So let's hope Joe gets his wish.